Tamales in this city is huge, especially during the holiday seasons. And so what we're going to talk about today is just tamales from all over the city. Mexican tamales, Cuban tamales, Colombian tamales. We're just going to try and tell the tamale story because that culture is big and it's awesome. Tamales are a tradition made with family. That's where the tamalada comes in. It's the time spent together, as much as it is the product. Chef Luis Espinoza invited us into his home in Katy as his family and friends gathered for their annual tamalada.
That's a tradition we've had since I can remember. We did this when we were growing up with my aunts and my grandmother. I just remember everybody sitting down at the table, masando.
And then it adds the chiles?
Tamales, it's from the heart. We cook, and the whole process of making tamales brings everybody together. We're all in the kitchen. We have an assembly line. It's special just for the holidays. We can get tamales throughout the year somewhere else, but when we make them ourselves, it's more family-oriented. So the whole process is we get the pig's head, and we actually boil that down and actually add a little bit of pork butt to it. And once it's all done, cooked, we actually start to separate it. We get a lot of the grasa off. So once we get that, we'll get the masa going. I'll use some of the consomme from the pig's head, and we actually mix it in the masa. So that gives it a different flavor. And my mother-in-law comes in and she'll taste it, and then I'll taste it, and I'll have somebody else taste it, and they're like, you need a little bit of this, add a little bit more salt. Once that's all said and done, we'll actually set it on the table, and we'll just put pots all over the table so everybody can just start masando. So they'll put it on the hoja, and then one person will make sure they're correct, because if they're too thin, some of the tamales you get are almost see-through. We got to make sure there's enough masa in there and enough meat, and then we roll them a certain way. There's a way to roll them, so when you actually open it, it'll fall right out. Once we get that done, we'll set it inside the pot, and we'll set it up facing up, and then we'll put some of the consomme on the bottom, and that's what steams the tamales. Like any other recipe, there's going to be 12 different ways to make something, but this is the way we make it, and this is the way we enjoy it. We get together just to have this tamalada.
The tamalada is absolutely an amazing experience. If you ever have the chance, go to one. Now we're going to head over to Guadalajara. So good. Guadalajara, here in the middle of Montrose on Indiana and Dunleavy. Some of the best tamales out there.
We make chicken tamales, pork tamales. Those are the ones on the menu. Special order, we'll do the veggie tamales, which is in Mexico, they call them tamales de rajas. There's the bean tamales. My mom, that's something that she makes during Christmas, is bean tamales with mole poblano. Today we're making chicken tamales. She just did the masa, and she's letting it sit for a while she gets everything else ready. So the masa, it has chicken stock, salt, baking powder, and you just mix it in there to a certain texture. We've been doing this for a long time. We just eyeball it. You go by feel. And right now, she's soaking the corn husk. And right now it's getting soft, easy to work with. And she got her meat ready to go. And she's gonna start. You do everything with love. You do it with the passion, it's gonna come out well. We do everything just the way you would do it at home. People, as they're gonna reminisce, I remember my abuela doing this. I remember my mom, that's exactly the way my mom used to do them. And that's the way we like to do it. It just changes the things when you see like everything coming out of an assembly line, it just takes, it takes that homemade feel of it. And doing it with your hands, you have that homemade feel. Just by looking at them, you already know, what, they're gonna taste good. They're gonna taste homemade. The way your mom or your abuela used to serve it to you at home. Because that's the way you're gonna remember, like, man, that was good. That's the way my abuela used to serve it. It's just tradition. Making tamales is an art form. You gotta have a passion for cooking. It's beautiful.
You come get you a couple dozen of these things. This is a perfect breakfast. That is perfection. Big chunks of braised pork inside of soft, fluffy masa. Holiday breakfast. There we go. You owe it to yourself for that. It's so good. All right, so El Bolillo, kind of a staple in Houston. This is the new one. It's right off of Fountain View 59. You know, this isn't a sit-down thing. You come in and you get it to go, but we got hot tamales. I have a whole tamale counter, but then you grab your big pizza platter and just start laying out all the cookies and the pastries and the conchas and some of the best tortillas in the city. Let's get this. So pretty. Big trays, big things. I mean, come on, look at this. Yoyos con fresa, churro croissants, get out of here. Churro con cajeta croissant, cazuela de elote. Ugh. This is the problem. This is why they give you the giant tray. Grab a couple of these guys. Conchas, so light and airy. Heck yeah. Bolitos con chorizo, come on. Orejas. Gotta get marinitos. Look at these little piggies. Marinitos like think of like a gingerbread. So it's like a brown sugar cookie that I don't even know what this is, but I'm gonna get it. Soft pastry filled with crunchy topping with sweet cream cheese. I'm in. This is filled with cajeta. I thought this platter was gonna be too big. I was wrong. Ordered over here one of the combos.
Okay.
So one of the pork habanero, a rajas, and a sweet corn.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tamale time. Now it's time to do a little tailgate action here. All right, let's talk about this. All right, so this is the pork. This is rajas, salsa. I mean, these are manageable. This is the pork and habanero. That looks great. That's really delicious. Now, when you say habanero, there's the spice. What I find really amazing about when I buy tamales like this, I'll just keep them 3 wide, like that. If I'm heating them back up at home, I just put them in like a cast iron pan just like this, and just toast the outside, get them all kind of crispy up. You get this will start to get crisp, but this will get crisp as well. It's just a great way to reheat the tamale if you're not having it fresh in the back of the car like I am right now. That's great. I mean, I think the tamale is a perfect car food for sure. All right, this is rajas, which is, again, like one of my favorites. Traditionally with poblano and cheese, but a lot of people are just doing jalapeno and cheese, so they're a little bit spicier, which I'm okay with. Look at that, boy. That looks awesome. With these, it's kind of the less masa effect, more filling, which I like the thin layer. All right. And then the last is the sweet corn. Oh my gosh. So, sweet corn tamale. All right, so we've unwrapped this package of Happy. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So this is just like the masa. Yeah, a little corn. Super sweet smelling. Oh man, that's like puree of sweet corn right in there with a little bit of like sugar added to it. That is awesome. That is fantastic. I didn't know I would want that, but that, coffee in the morning, perfect. Outstanding representation of the Mexican style tamales. El Bolillo's been doing it right for a very long time. Up next, we're gonna go try Colombian, Cuban, Guatemalan. Let's see what else we can find out there. Houston is home to all kinds of tamales. First up, we're headed to Guatemala restaurant on Hillcroft. But potato, rice, corn. It's so interesting because almost every time you think about tamales, that it's just masa. I'm so intrigued. I don't even know where to start here. This is awesome. So potato base, it's so soft. Potato and chicken. That's outstanding. That texture is absolutely impressive. It doesn't remind me of potato, like mashed potato, but I mean, perfect. And so bread, so the idea with this, the bread, is that you can make you a little tamal sandwich. That's delicious too. And then rice, you can literally see pieces of rice in there. Thank you. That is awesome. Yeah, it's like an orange slushy. That's fantastic. This is totally something that I would never expect. And I love the texture. You can literally feel the pieces of broken rice. The flavor's awesome. Soft and supple. And then masa. That's great. This is great for every day. These are special. That's delicious. But this right here, totally unique. I didn't know that this was such a thing. And it's fantastic. 20 years, right off of Hillcroft. Got something special here. Guatemalan tamales. Outstanding. Now let's head down Richmond. It's some Colombian style tamales. We're at Mi Pueblito on Richmond, Colombian. I am about as excited as you can be. This menu is amazing. The amount of arepas and empanadas, and just, this is awesome. Can I do the empanada with carne? Let's do a beef and a cheese.
Okay.
And then the tamale tolimense?
Tamal tolimense. It's a special place in Colombia.
Okay, tamal tolimense.
Because we have different kinds of tamal. The best tamal in Colombia is tamal tolimense.
Okay.
But we have different kinds of tamal. Tamal santanderiano, tamal boyacense.
And you guys just do the one.
We have the best.
This is the one though, the tolimense.
Tolimense.
All right.
Tamal tolimense.
What is this?
Buñuelo. It's
Yeah.
a bowl of cheese. It's delicious.
All right, so I've never had this Colombiana. So traditional soda, cola flavored soda. So I don't know what that is reminiscent to. It is not orange by any means. It's kind of a cola flavor. It's very distinct. I like that. I get to learn something new today. Little empanadas, one braised beef, one cheese, buñuelo. Look at that. She's basically said it's a fried cheese ball, but man, that is a perfect round. That's awesome. So, corn, dough. Oh, they're so hot. Braised beef. A little bit of this salsa. She also said it's spicy, but it's not. And I tried it. She's exactly correct. It's spicy, but it's not. That's really good. That is that braised beef that you really want. It's nice and moist. This is crispy and crunchy and delicious. I like that dough. Yeah. I mean, that looks outstanding. Has a touch of sweetness to it that I wasn't expecting, but I like that a lot. The cheese is nice and melted. This has really caught my eye. It's like cheesy bread in a perfect circle. I wasn't expecting that, but that crust is outstanding. If you're gonna come in and just stop at the bakery, because there's a bakery up front, then there's a restaurant as well, I would get a couple of dozen of these for the family. That's so good. If this is anything like it's gonna be, this is gonna be fantastic. The tamal, I can't wait. What a great little snack to start.
Here you go. Tamal tolimense. Tamal tolimense is a stem bowl. This is the plantain leaves. It's a stem, and we have in the tamal pork and beef and egg
Pork, beef, eggs,
and chicken.
and all of it.
Yeah, all of them.
All the meats. All right.
And this is a corn patty.
Arepas?
Yes, it's all other different kind of arepas.
Okay.
It's white corn.
So this is a corn patty.
Yeah, it's the corn patty.
That's delicious. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Enjoy your meal.
This is beautiful. Plantain leaves, then the masa. She said it's got eggs. It's got everything in here. Look at that. It's got a whole chicken breast in here. So it's got chicken, beef, pork, eggs, vegetables. That's fantastic. I mean, it's super. The masa is just there to basically hold everything together. This thing is just swimming in deliciousness. You got soft bone cartilage in here too? Come on. But look at this. That right there is a piece of pork belly. Look at that. I mean, just a totally different kind of tamal, and I'm in for it. Look, when she said egg, that is a hard-boiled egg. So protein packs. There's all sorts of things in this that I wasn't expecting. There's potato in here. It's like a treasure chest. Now I see why you get the corn cake. Get that egg yolk. Utterly fantastic. Colombian tamales. I would have never thought that. I'm really happy we stopped here. Mi Pueblito. I'm so excited that we came here. I can't wait to get back here. I'm coming back for everything. All right, up next, we're gonna head over to Cafe Paquette, Cuban restaurant on Bissonnette. We'll try a tamale there. Cuban tamales. Didn't know. I'm excited. We're at Cafe Paquette, Bissonnette. I'm on the tamale quest.
And we have our pork tamal with our chimichurri sauce on top.
I wanted to come here and try the tamale. This is a Cuban style tamale. Pork with a little chimichurri across the top. Look at that. It's just kind of rolled into it. It's not as pork or chicken straight through the middle. It's more about the masa. Definitely more corn forward, which I like a lot. But that chimichurri, perfect. It's good tamale. Not one that I'm normally used to, but one that I can get really used to. Let's put it that way. That's really good. Cuban tamales. Tamales for dessert? I like that idea. We're at Tamales Donatera, right on Beach Nut. They have something a little bit unique. They have some sweet tamales, which you don't see a lot. But this one, they've got pineapple, they've got raisins. They've got one with gansito, which is like a sweet cake with strawberry filling and cream and wrapped in chocolate. And then they're gonna put that inside of a tamale and steam it. So let's see what else we can get into. Yes. Is she making a tamale sandwich? Oh, please tell me that's a true statement. I mean, it makes sense. The list of tamales here is pretty amazing. And I'm so overwhelmed right now with happy. Ooh, chaparrado? Yes. You want a tole here? Chaparrado? I'm in. Can I do one mole, one rajas, the pasas, the piña, and then this one? And can I do a small atole? This is amazing. Thank you very much. It's a light start to the day. When you come get a dozen of these, you're feeding the family for a week. It's amazing. Look at these things, though. So this is the rajas. So rajas is traditionally like jalapenos or poblano cheese rolled into the masa. One of my favorites, hands down. For jalapeno and cheese, tomato, that is delightful. Rajas, winner. So here we go with the mole. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. That is chock full of happy. It smells great. That shouldn't be that good, but it is that good. Plus I get a cup of champurrado. chocolatey masa. So good, sweet, thick, it's hot. I really want to get into. This is why I wanted to come, because sweet tamales, you don't see them too often. Let's start off with this one. Oh boy. So I think this is the pineapple. Pieces of pineapple up in here. The masa itself isn't really sweet, so you get that fruit sweet. It's really good. Super interesting. I was sitting here watching it. They're going through a lot of them, which is nice to see. I'm gonna move this to here because I need a landing pad for this giant submarine that is the sweet tamale with raisin. Oh, I forgot I had this too. Cappadocia. So, cinnamony coffee. That's fantastic. And then this one. This is kind of the interesting one. This is the sweet tamale with the gansito. The chocolate, the strawberry, the crema, or the cream. Oh, wow. So this is supposed to have the same flavor profile as little snack cakes that you see. That's awesome. Wow. It literally is like the little pastry stuffed into a masa and steamed. It's so good. What are you thinking? That's so amazing. Wow. Yep. Best thing about this is I can literally get any one of these tamales or one of the 10 tamales that they have put into a torta as a sandwich as well. Come on. Tamale torta. This place, Donatello, insane. Insane. All right, so we covered a lot of ground today. Here's a recap of where we went. Get to it. There's so many places out there making delicious tamales, and we have no time to get to all of them. Here's some other places you can check out for sure. So many tamales, so little time. In this city, we have so many cultures that have different varieties of tamales. We just tried potato ones, we tried rice ones, we tried the sweet ones, we've tried mole ones. You can get one in a torta, you can have Colombian, it just across the board. It's amazing. There's such a special thing. And there's so many different types. It's hard to pick one because they're all delicious. They're just different. That's what's beautiful about it. What's next? All right, I need to stop because I think we have 3 more spots.